Just a little disclaimer, I am just predicting this December 21st statement. This is all just a conspiracy theory. I have no idea what's going to happen technically at the end of the day. I believe that there are positive beings and people on this planet that are serving a higher purpose and helping us ascend and connect us to our souls. But then again, there are also negative beings, negative people like the elite that try to control and put the same beliefs into everybody as a collective. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about the elite. There are basically people on the planet that know how reality works, and what they do is control the attentions of millions of people on the planet. And if you can control that mass amount of people, you can control their belief systems, energy dynamics, aka their vibration. They can also control your power dynamics. Some people think that the elite is like some of the celebrities and whatnot and stuff like that, but it goes deeper than that. Like, it's probably people that you have no idea who, but the surface people are the celebrities that have the most following, that release different types of information and advertisement to keep you occupied and following trends. So they're literally just the surface level of that whole big rabbit hole. And so when celebrities act a certain way or do a certain thing, they get rewarded in the way that they want to be rewarded. I'm not saying that there's some celebrities that aren't woke. There are some celebrities that are woke, but some of them don't even acknowledge that they're being controlled in this type of way to produce the type of content to keep people onto the same trends and onto the same nonsense, watching you live your life when you're not even trying to motivate them to live theirs and show them how amazing theirs is. And so December 21st, they are talking about a shift in consciousness, a shift in awareness, a shift in literal vibration. And this shift is going to come up in your root chakra. So it really doesn't matter where you are for when this shift takes place or during the day, as long as you are prepared and ready for it to take place. And crazy enough is your body has actually already been preparing you for this ascension. If you have been feeling crappy, like fatigue, disassociative, anxious, if you've been having crazy sleeping patterns, if you just feel very disconnected and you aren't sure what's going to happen from now on, December 21st is going to wake everybody up. No one's going to be singled out because they're not in a high vibe. It truly doesn't matter at the end of the day. People don't choose this shift. This shift actually chose us. See, we are the vibrational beings on this planet, and the shift is taking place not by a human thing. And so it's going to shift everybody and everything that has vibration. It is going to change the whole new perspective of the whole entire world. And I'm not just saying your friends. I'm saying the whole entire collective is going to have a different outlook after this date. And I'm not saying this time is going to be fun. I'm not going to say this time is going to be easy. I'm not going to say this time is going to be shitty, because I don't know what it's going to look like for you. Honestly, some people might awaken around this time and go through a period of dark night, which is like you forget who you are. You don't know why you've come to this earth. You don't know what your purpose is. And that is just the first step of you remembering who you are again. See, you are not from this universe. You are just having a temporary human experience here and are supposed to learn lessons. And so being aware of these type of shifts is very, 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 very important. It is also going to affect your relationships with others, your relationship with yourself, other people. You're going to see people at a different light because you're going to have a different type of awareness. And this might scare you a little bit. This might cause a little bit of anxiety. It might for a lot of people, but that's how we cope and we learn from it. And if we suppress these emotions around this time period, people aren't going to awaken. They're going to make their choice. Here on earth, there is free will. But when we come to this earth, we forget who we are and why we came here. But the reason we forget is literally to remember again. It's like playing a literal game. There's some people that have retained the memory as being in the mother's womb. There has been people around the world that have remembered the soul contract they have had before coming to this earth when they pick their time of birth, their date of birth, their sign, why they're coming here, what age that they want to be, what people remember that stuff. This is not the unknown anymore, and that's why this date is so crazy. It's because it's going to bring us all as a collective together into a mission to create something new for this world, something where we can actually all connect upon and feel like we understand each other at a deeper point of view, whether it's vibrationally or energetically, who knows. And so you've probably already felt the energy shifts in your life already, whether it has been with rocky relationships, ending of relationships, starting of relationships, maybe some type of financial issues. You feel like you've just been struggling and you don't know when change is going to come. I'm telling you, December 1st is the day. If we all in difficulties, my light just burnt out as I was talking about that. Weird. Anyways, I forget what I was fucking This day actually signifies return to the light. See, it doesn't matter if you don't have beliefs about the spiritual stuff or you have no idea what's going on with 3D, 4D, 5D or whatever these spiritual people are talking about. You are going to ascend to a different consciousness. You are going to change, whether it's your belief system, whether it's a thought pattern, whether it's new opportunities, whether you're breaking a habit, whether you are starting to manifest or starting to realize that your mind is literally a magnet to everything in your outer physical world. You will have a whole new impact upon this lifetime. The opening of this portal will allow streams of high frequency energies to reach the planet. Somebody has channeled and it is said the new earth. And so when it's talking about the new earth, it is talking about a new time period, a new generation, a new starting of something new. And that's why I want all of you guys to be prepared for it, because you're not going to technically move out of your body, but it's a shift internally and mentally and physically. It's a shift that you feel in your body. So this great conjunction that is happening on December 21st, but this 2020 cycle opens up to a way bigger cycle. For the last 200 years, Jupiter and Saturn have been aligning with only earth signs. But this year, they are aligning with air signs of Aquarius. Woo, I just seen 222. So this represents a big shift in a worldview perspective, which I'm talking about, which is amazing. When this alignment takes place, it will be taking place at 0 degrees. This great conjunction in Aquarius can bring more ideas of community-based living, whether that is through social media because of the pandemic. Maybe it looks more like online. It is somewhere where we can all be seen as equals. When this shift takes place, we will see some type of freedom, equality, where we feel more open to present ourselves. And that is through the work of the spiritual people and the light workers pushing you closer to you. They are not trying to push you closer to watch other people's lives and how much fun they're doing. They want you to have the most fun in your entire life. This is focusing also upon everyone thriving, not just individuals thriving, a group of people thriving, whether that's you and your friends or you and your workers at your workplace are just thriving. While this is all a very beautiful energy and an amazing shift to take place, I want you to still be aware of your individual potential. See, when this energy comes upon, it's going to feel like a group progress, a group trend where everybody is on board, but I want you to know that things are not going to look up until you start applying the things to your life. Like, the only person that is truly going to motivate you at the end of the day is you. All of this cosmic energy this year, between the whole year of 2020, has been a massive crazy year. It feels like 10 years stuffed into goddamn 1 year. But it has been leading us up to this shift. It is actually creating a massive closing of this massive karmic cycle on this planet. This person that has done research upon December 21st has channeled a drawing and a message about this day. Pretty well what it talks about, two cells of the same earth, but they represent two new energies, two new energy dynamics that we can work with on this planet, but they weren't available of use before. One of these cells of these planet so-called things is called, one of these cells represents falling back further into bad habits, to old karmic patterns, old belief systems, fear. It almost feels like we are not progressing. And if we keep moving on this path, that path of being, you are going to pretty well just fade. The other cell pretty well moving forward into new things that you've never seen before. Move into stretching our abilities as human beings, and we're able to create things that we didn't even think that we were able to be created. If we keep moving on this planet, we stretch ourselves to a newer and higher levels of consciousness. The choice technically of which cell you choose to be, but there's also might be people that find themselves balancing in between both. Essentially, the frequency of this planet, essentially, we are going to be able to tap into the highest frequency possible, but at the same time, we are going to be able to tap into the lowest frequency possible, and you can choose where to be and where to stand at the end of the day, because we are multidimensional human beings, and we can choose our vibration, and we can choose where we want to be. So the way that you have kind of been focusing upon life and what you've been doing with your life recently, before this split, this shift takes place, will become easier to access and maintain. We will be able to control our awareness and the way that we want to be easier. This means that all of the high frequency vibrational energies that we carry and energies that we have contained within the past. So there are going to be unlockings of positive vibrations and very, very negative vibrations. There are going to be a new period of new vibrations, and so new awakenings. Keeping our vibrations high and also raise the frequency of this planet, because we are the universe and we are all are connected. So keep your vibrations high for everybody. It helps everybody out in the long run. And it helps people not sink into social media and life bull crap. Try to get people to get out of the matrix around that time and actually see life for what it is like and see what they think, and maybe they might change. And so this split is technically pretty well to just offer us more light to us. And so putting yourself in a high vibe, doing things that make you happy, and whether that is meditating, journaling, doing some art, playing a video game, trying to post yourself on social media, do things that make you happy, and make sure you are staying in that high vibe. Don't let anybody bring you down around this time. This time is for you and solely for you and your shifting purposes. Just know that we are all going to experience some new high vibe energy around